This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, Oregon quarterback Dante Moore is so excited to kick off this season with Oregon. He surpassed an opportunity to be a high draft pick in the NFL to come back for one more ride after a disappointing college football playoff showing last year. He believes Oregon can take it all the way this season, and it will all ride on the Heisman hopes of Dante Moore and the Oregon Ducks. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Georgia's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Moore. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bear. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those choke plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Here's Moore to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bear. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like what you saw a year ago. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back on the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Dante Moore. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative.
And this one splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season off.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Running inside. It's Phillips. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do. Georgia lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moore, play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's what we players call a 7 route. That receiver ran it beautiful.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. There's some room. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up for the PAT.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Davison. He breaks the tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. The run inside. It's Davison. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focus.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And those outside linebackers nowadays are so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He wants to take the top off. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up. Throwing more. It's complete to the left. Looking for room at the 40. Makes the catch, and he's free. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Running inside, it's Phillips. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his big tight end. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they make the play. Sure, there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Pressure coming. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The run inside. It's Davison. Inside the 35. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown Ducks! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first up.
Makes the grab in their space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really... No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Right back to him on the ground. And they get him down.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He might want another play. In the gun on third down. Moore throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy that they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Davison. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Got his man on the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man. Knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs.
There's a crease. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can paint holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. Running to the left. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. A spectacular one-hand grab.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Handoff, Frazier running left. Here's a little room there. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see he gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup I'm going to take.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They're going to run it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. Good, solid tackle.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Handoff for Frazier. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Frazier. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down.
Trying to get closer, and they knock it free. Headed to the end zone, and we are tied, and now an extra point away from taking the lead.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore. Out in the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Got his man to the left. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. The holder will find his spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. It's gone! And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.